Hello, my dear students. For the next 2 weeks, we'll be doing something different. So far, we've been doing all fun stuff. We've been playing activities in different sites, but now we'll be doing something different. And for the next 2 weeks, I'll be introducing you a new tool, a new program, a new application that's it's very useful. We use in offices, we use at school, we can use at home to create documents. Okay, the new application that we are going to do will help us create documents, and you will come to know what kind of document I'm talking about as we move on. All right. So what we are going to do is I'll straight away jump to the lesson for this particular video, and so let's get started. So the topic that I've chosen for today is Microsoft Word. So I'll be introducing you Microsoft Word in this lesson, in this video, and um, and I'll be assigning you a task for the next 2 weeks based on whatever I teach you today, and then we'll move forward with other lessons and other tools and all those at the time progresses. So without wasting any more time, let me show you how to open Microsoft Word. So you go to Start, and then look for sometimes it's here, right here. Okay, it's pinned in the Start menu itself, or sometimes it's pinned in the taskbar also. If you look at the this particular icon, it's blue kind of W icon. That's an icon for Microsoft Word. But fundamentally, let's go down to Microsoft Office. So here it is, Microsoft Office. Now if you click on Microsoft Office, it will list down all the applications that it has. So one of them is Microsoft Word, and we are using 2010 version. Alright, sometimes it could be different, so there's nothing to get confused. It's just the version. Alright, mostly the content is the same. So let's click on Microsoft Office. So here it comes. So this is the Microsoft Office window. Now let me brief you with few important tools here. This might be the first time you've opened this, or maybe grade 4 you might have opened this before, but especially for grade 3, I'm sure this is the first time you're opening Microsoft Word. So I'll quickly run you through some of the important tools in Microsoft Word. Alright, so as you can see at the top right corner, these are the control buttons which are used for controlling the entire window, for closing, for restoring, or for minimizing. If you click on the cross button, it will close. If you click on this restore button, it will the window will get resized. Okay, usually smaller, and the same button gets converted to maximize button. All right, so we click on maximize, it becomes kind of full screen. The same again, the same button has again turned into restore down button. Now so this is the restore thing. Yeah, it's just resizing the window. Okay, all right, the next part is minimize button. This is for keeping the entire program, whether it is Word or in some other programs also you will find these control buttons. These are common ones. So if you click on minimize, it appears that it has vanished, but nothing to worry, it has just come down to the taskbar and it's somewhere here. If you want to open that thing again, we just go there and click here. Okay, so that is minimize, restore, and close. This is of course the title of the this particular document. All right, I have not specified any name, that's why it says document 3. But if I name it, like if I save this file as something, then that name will appear up here, and this is the name of the application window. All right, we are using Microsoft Word. This is the document window. Okay, name of the document window. So by default or automatically, the name suggested by the computer is document, but we can change that to any while saving. Now if you come down here, these are different tabs. Okay, and each of these, when you click on each of these tabs, it will list down the tools that it contains. Okay, these are different tabs. This bar is called ribbon. The entire thing is called ribbon. So home has its own ribbon, and so has insert, page layout. So each tab has its own ribbon, and in each of these ribbons you will find tools. So these are the tools under the home tab. This is the insert menu, this is the insert ribbon, and these are the tools that it contains, and it goes on. Right. This is the page that we'll be working on. Okay, it's a blank page. Usually by default the size of the paper is that of an A4. It's this particular size, right? A4 size. Here you will see ruler, which I'll tell you more about in our future classes. Okay, there is a horizontal ruler and a vertical ruler also. Usually, I mean, it's used to measure the margin. Okay, normally when we write on in our notebooks also, there are some left margin and the top margin. Similarly here also we can leave margins, but not just on two sides, we can leave margins on all four sides. But we'll talk about margins in maybe some other classes. So for now, this is the page, ruler, ribbon, tabs, control button, name, and then scroll bar. This is the scroll bar. You can scroll it up and down, and sometimes if the page is quite big, then you will get to see a horizontal scroll bar also. Okay, those are, I mean, normal stuff. Now over here, this is zoom or zoom bar. Here you can zoom in. I'm sorry about the noise. This is the construction happening just above the computer lab, so please excuse. Alright, so this is the zoom bar, and if you zoom it, if you click on plus, the page appears to get bigger and bigger as you zoom in, and if you click on minus, the value also changes and the page appears to get smaller and smaller. Actually, we are not changing the size of the paper, it's just that we are taking a paper, you know, far or close. It's like this. So zoom, if the page is here and if we zoom in, meaning plus, then the page appears to get, it looks bigger, and when you take it far, then the page looks smaller. Okay, it's not that we are changing the size of the paper, it's just that we are taking the paper, zoom in and zoom out. Okay, so that was zoom in and zoom out. So usually I prefer it at 100%. I prefer it at 100%. But if you want to view the entire page, you can zoom out to see the entire page also. Okay, 50% will show me the entire page. But later when I write, then it will be difficult for me to look, see the, you know, the text. It might give us. All right. So I normally keep it at 100%. So this is perfect. This is the insertion point, also known as cursor. Okay, insertion point. So wherever this blinking insertion point is, and when you start writing, you will start writing from that particular point. So if my insertion point is somewhere down here, and when I write, the letters will come from here, this way. To take it down to a new line, you press enter, take it to a new line. 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 Okay. If you want to delete anything, use the backspace button from the keyboard. If I press it for long, then everything is vanished. I'm just deleted those text. So write, give a space with a space bar. I think you are familiar with the space bar. I'm just writing random words so that I'm just showing you how to write and use spacebar, or delete them using backspace, or you could go to the next line using enter. So, enter, next line, enter, next line. Alright, so this was the basic features of Microsoft Word. Right, so I'll just one more time revise. These are the control buttons. This is the name of the window or the document. These are the different tabs. These are the ribbons. Each tab has its own ribbon and its own tools. Okay, this is a ruler, this is a horizontal ruler, and this is a vertical ruler on my left. This is the page that I'll be working with. This is the vertical scroll bar. You will also have this horizontal scroll bar if the page is big, for example, and this is the zoom bar. If I zoom out, the page appears to be smaller, but it's just going, it's not becoming smaller, it's just going back, or it's going far. That's why it appears to be smaller. I usually keep it at 100%. Okay. Alright, so with this, let's not save. If a document is not saved, then as I close, it will ask me whether you want to save or not. This time I don't want to save, so I clicked on don't save. So that was the introduction in for Microsoft Word. Now let me take you to something that we can actually do using Microsoft Word. Alright, so I have written a very famous our childhood rhyme. All of us remember this pretty well. So I wrote those 4 lines here, only the first 4 lines, and I have formatted it. I've made it, beautiful, like using colors. And if you notice this line versus this one, the handwriting is different. All the 4 lines have different handwriting. Do you see that? Even the colors are different. This one is unaligned. Over here only diamond is big colors. So this part is actually called formatting, and I have used the standard formatting tools to do this. And if you notice, it is right in the center of a page. There's equal space on the left and equal space on the right. Do you see that for each of those lines? Okay, so it's nicely arranged like a poem, in a page. Right. So this is what we are going to do today. By the end of this class, you will be able to do something like this, and maybe even better. Okay, but because I did this in a hurry, so you will have time to do something like this, and you might have better ideas. Okay, so what we are going to do is, so this is the objective for today. By the end of this class, you will be able to write and format text using Microsoft Word. Yeah. All right. So how to do? Let me quickly. I have already written that. This is how it might appear without formatting. Okay. As I start typing, this is how it will appear. And most importantly, one mistake what student they usually make is, if I have to make it like this, then what they do is they don't write the whole thing. They write one word, change, and then change the handwriting or the color or the size. Then write another, but that is, I don't think you should do it that way. What I prefer is, I want to write the entire content first, without bothering about the format, and then later, after I've finished writing everything, and now I will start formatting, because that might save time. That might actually save time, right? So I have written this rhyme, okay, these words. Now what I'll have to do is, I will have to start using tools that can actually transform this paragraph into something like this. But before we apply any of those tools, most important is selecting a text. If you want to apply anything, color, size, style and all those, you have to first of all select a text. Select the text whichever you want to apply format on. So selecting is pretty simple. You just need to click and drag. As you click and drag, it will get highlighted with bluish kind of background. Okay, right? You start either from here or from the beginning. It's all up to you. You can select the entire thing also, okay, move it diagonally this way. You can select a word or a letter, okay. So if you want to select the whole thing, I'll just click and drag. But let's say if I wanted to select the whole thing, and if I somehow, I hope you know how to drag the mouse, because till now I think you are familiar with how to drag a mouse. So if you want to select the whole thing, you just simply click and drag from top to bottom or from the bottom to top, okay. But if I'm just half done and somehow I release the mouse button, don't again start to continue from here, okay. This way it will not get selected. So the best thing is just select it, deselect the whole thing by clicking it somewhere outside, and then start all over again, select it this way, okay. So if you're half done, don't again continue from here, just deselect and again select it, because if I'm half done and I want to select from here, this will happen. Yeah, just click and drag, click and drag, okay. So once you have selected, now you can apply any of the formats, okay. So first let me show you, let's first put it in the center, okay, center of the page, and that is basically called alignment in Microsoft Word. All right, currently you can see it is on the left hand side of your page, okay. You can change that to, there are these are the alignment tools. You don't have to click here and click space 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 just to put it in the center. No, this is not the way. All right, what you can do is you can simply select the whole thing and put it either in the center or the right or the left. It's totally up to you, okay. So we'll be doing only these three. We will leave justify for later. All right, when we start writing a longer paragraph, then we'll start applying justify. But for now we'll just use the basic three alignments: left, right and center, okay. So I believe this paragraph is centrally aligned. So what I'm going to do is I'll put it in the center, okay. I can do it individually also. I can do this or this, I can use it this way also. But if I want to do it all together, I have to select and all those lines and put it in the center, okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to change the size of the text. We are not sure how big this is, so we are just going to make it big. All right, so again select and go here. This says font size. By the way, there's this important word, and I'm going to frequently use this from now on, which says font, F-O-N-T, font. Font is simply the text, okay, that we are writing. So font size is nothing but just size of the text. Font, F-O-N-T, please remember the word font, okay. It simply means the text. All right, so there are different numbers here. Bigger the number, bigger the size, okay. So smaller the number, smaller the size. Just now it is 11. I didn't choose this. This was given by default, by the computer itself, by the program itself, okay. So let's make it bigger. So currently it's 11. So if I want to make it bigger, I have to choose a number which is bigger than 11. So let's see how 20, 24. Okay, let's make it something like maybe it's 28. Right? Yeah, I think almost there, almost the size of this, but maybe because of the handwriting that it's you know looking the same. All right, you might have noticed that this word twinkle has a red kind of line here. This is nothing. This is just a mistake that is found by the computer. Okay, maybe it did not understand why we used this word, why we repeated this word. Maybe it should not be there according to the English grammar. That's why it is pointing out a mistake. Similarly, if you make a spelling mistake also, for example, if I write L-I-T-T-T, then again it will show me the error. Okay, and if I right click, it will also suggest me. Okay, but if I write my name, like if I write my name, the spelling is correct, but if I give a space bar, it will again find a mistake, because it's simply because this word is not in the English dictionary. So that's why it's pointing out the mistake. So don't worry about the red line. If there's a spelling mistake, please rectify it by right clicking and taking the suggestion, or here delete repeated word. It is suggesting me to delete repeated words. If it is a spelling mistake, it will suggest me the correct spelling. So that's how it works. Anyways, now let's move on to changing the handwriting. Okay, handwriting in Microsoft Word is called font. Okay, F-O-N-T, font. So if I look at this one, the first line, I think this is the Disney font. So let's try to change this to Disney font. So I select this. Mind you, the fonts are all different here. The handwritings are all different. So I don't have to select the entire thing because each line has different fonts. So I'm going to change it line wise. So I'll first select this one and look for font that looks like a Disney font. So maybe it's this one. Yeah. I think the font is the size is slightly bigger. This one is smaller. Mine became bigger. So I'll have to change this to a slightly smaller font. Now to change that font size, again we go to font size, and currently it's 28. So I'll choose maybe 26, 24 or smaller font. Or you could also use these two buttons to change the font size. This will grow the font or make it bigger. This will shrink a font or make it smaller. So I want to make it smaller. So instead of choosing a number, I'll just click on this one and see how big I want. So I think it is it this big? Yeah, maybe. Alright. Now the same thing I'll do it for the next one. Let's choose so that is how you'll change the font of this one. Go here, choose the font that you want. Alright, maybe I use Times New Roman for the second one. Choose this font, go up here. I think I used this one for the third line, and probably this line was Algerian font. So if you look at this list, there are lots of fonts here. Okay, the first part over here says recently used fonts, still here. These were the most recently used fonts, but from here onwards, these are all the available fonts. It is arranged alphabetically, starting with A and ending with Z and other numbers. Okay, so here it goes. There are lots and lots. So you could just look at whichever font you want. But currently, since I have to design something like I designed earlier, something like this, so I think the font size is matching now. If I just make it smaller, so I think almost be sure that the fonts are identical. Now I think I just have to change the size a bit and colors. Okay. Now what I also want you to notice is, if you look at this particular line, this line, this part and this part look slightly different. This one and this one. This is slightly bold, this is slightly thin. Do you see that? That is because I applied bold to this part. So how to apply bold, make it thick, is select that part excuse me, and go to B. This is bold. Okay, this will make text bold. Do you see the difference? This is normal font, this one is bold. Right. Again, if I don't want this bold, I again deselect it. I want to make the whole thing, I want to embold it this way, and right. So I have to embold only this part. So I'll select that part and make it bold. Okay, now what was the next thing? Okay, the third line here, you will see a line. The entire line has been underlined. So up here also, I want to underline the entire sentence over here. So I'll select that particular line and click on U. This is for underlining. Again, select, it will remove the underline. Again, if you want to apply, click. Right. Now, okay. Now, if you look at this word diamond, it is bigger than the other. So what I'm going to do is, I'm also going to do the same. I'm only going to select the word diamond and make it big. Again, I'll use either this font size, or I'll just apply here. So maybe something like this. But still it does not look same, because you can see that that diamond is slightly slanted towards the right, meaning it's slightly italic. Okay, do you see this diamond and this diamond? This diamond is slightly tilted towards its right, and this one is straight. That is because I have applied italic tool in this word, whereas here I have not applied anything. So how to apply that italic and make it italic is select this and click on I. So now it looks identical. Do you see that? Here, this is italic and this is normal. Italic and normal, right? Now it looks like my most of the things are same. Oh, I have to italicize this one, so I select diamond and click on italic. So it looks more or less the same. The only thing is the color. Okay, and I'm sure this is the best part. So now I can apply color by, again I have to select. Okay, but since there are different colors for each of the words in the first line, I have to select those words and apply color. So first, this word is reddish, so I'll select that particular word. This is the font color. Okay, font again means text, so I go and click on this drop arrow and choose red from here, maybe this one. Yeah, the second word is green, so I'll select the second word only, go up there and select green. Right? And third one is blue. I'll select this one and make it blue, maybe this one. And the last one looks orange, so I'm going to select that and go up here, apply orange. So this way I can now change this to reddish, and then U, this one, select U, go up here, make it red. World so high is bluish, I'll go here, maybe this color. Up is slightly orange, deep orange kind of, so I'll go here, maybe this one. No, this one. No, this one. Yeah. And like a diamond, like it looks greenish, it looks light green, maybe this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. And diamond looks deep green, I think it's this one. No, this one. And sky is brick red, so I'll go to sky and it's brick red. Orange, wonder is not orange, it's reddish, light reddish, like this. So here you go, it's almost the same now. Alright, so this way we applied font, font size. This is grow and shrink font. This is for making it bold. This is for italicizing the text. This is for underlining. We skipped this part. Okay, we'll do it later, and we then jump to font color. Right. So again, before I apply anything, first write it. And then start applying, different formats. So to apply formats, select a word or a letter. After you select, then you can apply these. Okay, and this was alignment. If I had made it this way, then it would not look identical, right? But since I wanted to make it like this only, so and and since this is centrally aligned, I choose that paragraph and this way. Here. And now what we are going to do is I also want you to save your document. Now there are so many things involved in saving, but since this will be the first time you'll be saving, I don't want to explain everything. I just want you, I'll just show you how to save with and give a file name. That's it. Okay, so I go to file. Right, there are two options here. If you're saving this for the first time, you can either click on save or save as. Let's click on save. All right, when we say, oh, since I had already saved this, okay, so let's click on save as this time. But when you're saving it, uh, see, the point is I've already saved this document as twinkle twinkle little star. Okay, so when I clicked on save, nothing happened. Whatever changes I had made just got saved. All right, but since you will be working with an entirely new document which um, might not have been saved, so you click on save, then this box appears. Okay. Now the computer will ask you where you want to save. So currently I've chosen what I want you to do is just click on document from the left corner. Just click on document, look for my document or document. Okay, from this corner, don't do anything else, just select document from this corner, and this is the file name. Give your file name. It could be my file, right? And there might be some other icons here, don't worry about that, but make sure you just click on document. Okay, see, when I click on document, this thing also appeared here. Right, if I click on download, download will appear here. If I click on desktop, this will appear here. I just want you to click once in document and make sure that that document is there. Okay, and give your file name and just click on save. Now what happens is, next time if you have to work on the same file, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open File Explorer. Okay, so now I very clearly remember I had saved it in document, so I won't go anywhere here. I'll just click on document, and under the document folder there might be some other files and folders here, but I had saved my file as my file, so here it is. I can just simply double click to open that file. Right, yeah. Alright, so today what we did was we opened Microsoft Word. We opened it either from the taskbar here, or sometimes it could be here in the desktop itself. Sometimes it could be in the start menu, been somewhere in the beginning only, the most recently added one. Or if it's not there, then go down to all applications and try to find Microsoft Office. Okay, under Microsoft Office you might find several other applications, and one of them will be Microsoft Word. Click on this. Another way to open is you can also search for Microsoft. You can write Microsoft or MS, okay, and then write Word, or you could simply write Word. Then it will start listing down everything that that has this word called. So this is the application. Remember, it has a blue W icon. All right, and then we open. After opening, I told you about the different kind of features here. These were the control buttons. This is the document name. All right. Um, these are the tabs. This is the ribbon. Each tab has its own ribbon and its own tools. This is the page that we work with. This is a ruler, this is the vertical ruler, and this one is the horizontal ruler. This is the scroll bar, and then where's the zoom button? Okay, and then the zoom button here. Zoom it out, zoom it in. Okay, um, keep it at 100%. Right, and this is called the insertion point. And after writing a text, if you want to apply anything, you have to click and select a font and the text, and then apply different kind of fonts, font or size, or you could also increase or decrease size from here. make it bold, italic, underline, or change font color. Then if you want to place it in the center, right a center align, or right align, or left align. Okay, so this is what we did today. And then to save, you will go to file, click on save. This box will appear. Look for document from the left corner, from the left column, document, and then file name. Just give any name. Okay, um, try one. Okay, so this the file I'm saving is going to be called try1, and I'm saving it in document. Click on save. And next time when you want to open, go down to file manager and file explorer, and then look for the place where you had saved. That was document, other document. There are two files here currently, so I want to open try1. Double click on try1, and the file should open. So I think that's it for this these 2 weeks. What I want you to do is into my assignment also. I want you guys to spend the first week just to get be familiar with this the features that we have done today. So the first week you'll just try write something from maybe a paragraph from a magazine, or newspapers, or any book that you get. Just type something, maybe a paragraph. You don't have to type entire page, just a few lines, or maybe just 1 or 2, maximum 2 paragraphs, and then just play around with different fonts, sizes, and colors. Make it bold, italic, align it differently. You could also write a poem actually, and then practice this. Okay, at least half an hour daily, I think will be good enough. And because these are the features that is common in so many other applications, so I want you to be really fluent with these features, these basic formatting tools. So first week, just spend time, half an hour daily, practicing this one, and then the second week you could take up your assignment. All right. Assignment is also pretty simple. So the second week, take up the assignment. First week, practice this one. All right. So if there is any question, any problem, confusion, please don't hesitate to call, or just leave me a message. I don't open my emails all the time, but WhatsApp will be open, so it's better you leave it on WhatsApp. Okay, just leave a message and maybe I'll get back to you, or just give me a call. Simple as that. Okay, and then I'll try to solve your problem. If we require a class, I'll just invite you for a class as well. Okay, to solve it. So I think that's it for now. Yeah. Stay safe.